You will get some
like
lotion.
I don't like light candles and turn up. You know, like sometimes you got to be reminded of what's at home.
I always would say to Howie and Sharon, I wonder what Nick does in his dressing room. Now I really.
You know, when you hear Mariah playing, it's going down.
And is it weird to make love to your wife while Mariah's music is going?
Nah, we don't. I mean, it's not like that's the thing. Like, really, I mean, you're married. You know how that goes. Sometimes there's special nights where you turn the music on, and sometimes it's the morning, you roll over and get it popping.
Has Mariah ever walked in on you jerking off to her music? Because I think she would divorce you. Has she actually seen that?
You don't think she would be turned on by that?
I don't know. Because I think about you. And
masturbate?
No. Only when you sing. I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about the list of.
Here you go.
No, the list of. I mean, it's got to be hard for Nick Cannon to be a married man on some level, because you were dating some of the. You were on a mad tear.
Yeah, I was getting it in, but you know what? I feel like my wife was. Like, that was it for me. Like, that was my dream girl. So all those other girls were great, but...
Was Mariah creeped out by you when she first met you, in the sense that you go, you're my dream girl? I used to have posters of you on the wall. I mean, because some women would be put off by that.
I think she liked it. I mean, the fact that, someone that... I admired her from afar. And then, I mean, if I was a creepy dude,
right,
probably. But the fact that I was truly a fan of hers, I mean, every entertainer loves someone who really appreciates their craft.
But that does wear off after a while.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I mean, there had to be something real there. I mean, because if you're so enamored, if you literally were the little kid, gazing at her poster.
Right.
I mean, that can't last, that marriage, right?
No, I mean, but because that's the surface of it. But then once it kind of became about our real connection, then that's where it is.
Where were you at in your life when you were dating Kim Kardashian? Where were you?
In a dark place.
Were you?
Nah. It was a great time. I was one of those dudes, man, that it was just...
women came easy to you.
And
well,
it was fun.
When you took off your shirt on AGT, who the hell knew this guy was so ripped?
I try to keep it on the low. Well, besides my Twitter page, I'm naked on there, but...
Because when I would watch you on America's Got Talent, before I joined, I'd say, you know what, I think I could beat Nick's ass. I think I could really kick his ass, and I was kind of proud of myself. And then when I saw you with your shirt, I said, this motherfucker will beat the shit out of me.
They never see you coming. That's the best way.
You're a boxer, too.
A little bit. I wouldn't call myself a boxer, but that's how I train.
But you would whip my ass very quickly,
Probably,
right?
Quickly, real quick.
Wow. Because you know what? You're very unassuming.
That's what my entire career is that. That's I like to play the back, and then when I get my opportunity, that's when I
It's true.
surprise
People go,
people.
Nick Cannon, what is it? Meanwhile, you're building up. You got the radio thing. You got an empire going.
That's how you do it. Because if you try to throw it out there like, hey, look at me, then those are the people who fall the fastest.
And when a lot of people would probably look at you and go, oh, he can't get shit for girls and this and that. And then all of a sudden you're dating Nicole Scherzinger, who I think... Honestly, why,
Here we go.
How do you leave a girl like that? I mean, is she such an asshole that
for
like,
Mariah?
You were dating Nicole.
Oh, my.
And you went...
What do you mean, oh, my,
what do you mean,
Robin?
oh, my?
Well, I mean, for Nicole, it's an oh, my.
I feel better.
I know, I actually feel horrible about that. The fact that you're bringing this up is really...
I didn't know. You were dating Nicole and you met Mariah.
Yes. Well, I had already knew Mariah.
Were you in love with Nicole?
Nah, I wasn't in love, but I was in a deep state of liking this.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the one you got engaged on TV or something?
Who the hell is
that?
Taylor
I keep
Tequila?
bringing up this stuff.
Who'd you get engaged to TV?
The Victoria's Secrets model.
Wow. So you were in love with her?
I guess I was in. I fall in love with being in love. Like I did this whole. I proposed to her in Times Square in front of the jumbotron. I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't know. I wanted to be in love with her, but
I'm in love with her. I don't even know who she is.
Exactly.
I mean, wow, what a tear you were on.
I was.
Who was?
But I was always respectful. I was honest. That's the thing you have to.
Were you getting a lot of pussy in high school?
I was a nerd in high school, but I knew how to talk to women.
But when you got the stand-up thing going and you started in show business...
I was always funny, and I always liked women that were older than me.
So you were with Kim Kardashian before all this fame of hers,
right?
Yeah,
right before.
How'd you meet a broad like that?
Before the tape?
Who came first?
I think I met her, it was, Ray J had dated her, but nobody knew about the tape.
Like Ray J's the guy who fucked her on tape.
Yeah, and then, the whole tape thing kind of came out while
you were dating
So
her.
I broke out and then got engaged to a Victoria's Secret model.
Well, let me understand this. You're dating Kim Kardashian.
Right.
You don't. You knew that she went out with Ray J, but you're like, oh, no big deal.
He was my man. We was cool.
But all of a sudden, you're the guy she's dating when this tape comes out, and it's a porn tape.
Yo, how about this, right?
Yeah.
So we're in like Beverly Hills, and it's me and Kim, and then Ray J's across the street, and he looks at me and tells me, like, because they're not speaking, and he's like, yo, I'm telling you, you think you're having a good time now, but all of that's about to change. And I'm thinking like he's warning me like she's crazy or something.
Right.
He's letting me know he's about to release this tape and the world's going to see.
Oh, my God.
So, but then I kind of, he's my friend. I took his advice and I was like, you know what, let me ease back off of this.
Well, before the tape came out, had you and Kim taped at all? Like,
Nah.
you guys get into that? It would have been great. Like,
Not
the
that I
Cannon
know
tape. So, you know what? I got to tell you, I would be exactly like you. If I'm dating a woman, and, you know, she's hot and all that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, a sex tape comes out of her. I'm out the door.
See, this
because
is
it would freak me out.
Yeah, it did that.
But is that hypocritical of us?
Yes, but come on. Like, first of all, I was never in a relationship with her. We were just kind of
dating.
And then this was my issue. We talked about this tape, like, cause like, yo, people are telling me you got a tape coming out, and she told me there was no tape.
Oh.
And that's so the real. If she might have been honest with me,
right,
then I might have tried to hold her down and be like, "Look, that was before me, and she's a great girl." Because she is a great girl.
Right.
She's actually one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. But the fact that she lied and told me that there was no tape when there was a tape that came out, and like I still think she might even had a part to play in it. Like,
I do too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
'cause she put it on. Like she told me, like, I would never do anything like that. That would never happen. And then she was like, well, one time. And then she's like, but I still have it. And then
so she admitted it to you after it all came out.
After it came out.
And that was her way of getting famous in a weird way. She's the world's most famous porn star in a sense.
If you want to put it, I think she's a great businesswoman, if you ask me.
Well, I think you're right. You know, I was saying on the air today, I never cared about Ryan Seacrest, but isn't it remarkable that he knew to take this girl and put her on TV? Because it's why didn't
I could have produced that show.
Yeah, why didn't you?
I was going to. I was the one, like, because they have their family dynamic is actually really amazing, and that's why they've become so popular.
With Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, you guys need to do a show, and I had a
Did you say
deal.
that?
Yeah, I had a deal at the time and everything.
You
but
did?
Once we kind of went separate ways, I thought that would have been bad.
You mean to tell me when you were dating her, you realized, hey, this family should be on TV?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
Because
she's a nobody, and you knew it.
Well, I mean, obviously you had the whole OJ thing, and then the fact that
the Kardashian name was known.
That's true.
And then they were just, you know, she was Paris Hilton's best friend at the time, and Paris was out here. I was like, when are you guys doing the show about your family? I mean, Kris Jenner is an amazing
And you had
woman.
them signed?
No, we were all talking about it, and then the whole thing went the other way.
You blew it.
I blew it. Well, I got other shows, Howard.
But that's one that got away.
That is one that got away. For the better, though, because I don't think I would be in the situation I am now, because my wife probably would have been like, I'm not messing with that dude.
Yeah, but isn't that a hard thing to produce? I mean, putting up with these families and the
when you're a television producer, there's a lot of stuff. There's some shows that we're developing now.
How many shows you got?
Right now, we're kind of like half a dozen that we have going. So
I was involved in that, and I had a lot of shows in production. I had like 9 shows. There was no way to make money with these shows.
You know what it is? It's about, one, it's like obviously having the ability and the power in Hollywood, and then you get that one that's out of here, and that they need you, so then they have to pay you, and that's when the big bucks come.
Yeah, I put that all aside, but there's a show that I actually had developed, and then some studio just came to me and said, oh, we want to buy that. So I think I might get back into that a little bit.
You and I want to produce with you, Howard. Let's make some TV.
Well, let's find. Why don't you fuck one of these Kim Kardashian types?
I can't do that anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Or we could, since we're both married,
yes,
we could both do something like that, like the married guys, like day off or something.
But the Kim Kardashian. Then you go to Nicole Scherzinger?
Yeah.
She's the next girl you date?
Not the next one.
Where do you meet a girl? How do you meet her?
L.A.
Oh, my God.
But I actually knew her for quite some time, too. It's a small community in L.A.
See, you're smart in a way, because I would fall in love with a girl like that, because she's so fucking hot to me. I mean, so there must be something wrong with her. Explain to me what it is.
Nothing wrong with it.
No, there's something that flags something.
Maybe there's something wrong with Nick. How come we always say
Robin,
girls like that? You know, I'm just saying.
Be married man, I'm doing well.
Why do so many guys dump Nicole Scherzinger?
Oh, my God.
I think they do. I think she's been in a relationship for quite some time.
Who's she
now.
with?
The race car driver dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is she incredible in bed, or is she bad in bed, Nick?
It was a while ago, but it was
bad.
No.
What would it be?
She's good. Like,
is Kim Kardashian good?
Yeah.
She seems very loving.
She's very nurturing. Let's go there.
And Nicole what is the problem? Like, why didn't you fully commit to her?
It had nothing to do with the sex life. It was more about, I honestly fell in love with my wife. That's why I said
Where'd you meet Mariah?
I met Mariah, it was weird because, you know, being a fan, people would always ask me who's your celebrity crush.
Right.
And I would say Mariah Carey because that's that one where people would be like, yeah, you could never get her. And people would say that to me all the time.
I would have said it to you.
Like, yeah, Mariah,
Howard tried to date her. Did you tell him that?
What is that?
Howard tried to date her.
I know you had a thing for her, and then it went bad.
It went sour. It didn't go well.
You guys start going at each other's necks.
Yeah, we did.
But I was in.
I was mad at her.
Yeah,
that was the sexual tension.
I'm out.
I still can't accept you got her.
Everybody join the club. So but it was one of those things where at an award show, she actually walked past me with her entourage, and it's like I heard all those nice things you've been saying about me. I was like, just give me a chance. I could prove to you.
How long did it take you to get into her pants?
Till we got married, man.
Bullshit. Is that true?
It.
Real talk. That's why it happens. I was so used to women just throwing it at me that the one time somebody held back.
Hold it a second.
He's not being honest.
I put that on a stack of Bibles.
You swear to God?
I swear to God.
You didn't enter her until your wedding night?
Till the wedding night.
And
Get out of here,
wanted to do that. But why would Mariah want that? Like, wouldn't she want to try out and see if there was chemistry between them?
I think she kind of knew I was a sexy beast.
Are you guys very religious? Is that it? Is this a God thing?
We like to say spiritual, but it definitely that plays a part in it. Especially when you're going in for a marriage, you want to do it right. I mean, I definitely think marriage is something that is definitely anointed from God. So if you go into it the wrong way, so I appreciate. Now, of course, I was trying, but she was like, "Nah, I want to wait."
Crazy.
That might be one of the reasons why we got married so fast.
How fast did you get married?
It was like a few weeks.
Was it really?
Yeah. I mean, it was like a
couple
month and a half, 2 months.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You knew her a month and a half and you got married.
And I was like, I'm going in, Howard.
But did you trust yourself enough to really know her that well after a month and a half? Come on. I mean, that's a crazy. I'll
give you two things because celebrities are crazy. So there was like that crazy, like, hey, we're on top of the world. We can do anything we want to do. There was definitely that, but I feel like there was a solid foundation, like a real connection. Like, yo, I could spend the rest of my life with this woman. I would love for this woman to be the mother of my children.
It's a leap emotionally. Like, you just got to on faith, do something like that. But I bet you don't recommend. I mean, I bet you if your kids grow up and they say, we're going to marry someone after knowing them a month and a half,
met,
you would probably be the first one to say, don't do it.
Don't do it because, I mean, that, like, as we all know, that wasn't the